Aquarians, I feel like a lot of energy, spiritual downloads, mental acuity, all of these things are going to be so focused right now. And I want to make sure that you have everything you need to guide yourself through this season with ease because you're going to be holding a lot of space for many people, I'm sure, moving forward. Welcome to your Gemini season Tarotscope. What I saw, Aquarius, was you kind of driving a DeLorean and you were driving so fast and you were so focused, and then you opened yourself, or there was a portal that was there. You drove straight into this portal like you'd see on a movie, this blue and purple energy, drove into it, and it was like you were seeing all these visions and all these different things you wanted to accomplish, and then you got to a place in the future and they didn't really let me see what it was, but you could I just saw you crying as if you knew what was about to come in the future, and you wanted to, of course, in your Aquarius way, warn people about what's going to be happening, and you feel like you have such an intense drive, or you know maybe what it is that's really calling out to you to help prepare everyone for what's to come. And I mean, there are a lot of transits and energy shifting in the cosmos. We have Mercury, of course, going retrograde at the end of May. More prominently, in my opinion, eclipse season that's going to be occurring. We have the eclipses May 26th and June 10th. But also as well, we have Saturn going retrograde starting May 23rd. And with Saturn being the ruling planet of Aquarius, this may also be a time for you to slow down and reassess and see where your work is inspiring you and where maybe you can work smarter and not harder, or where you're feeling called to put a lot more effort and integrate that in what you're currently doing. And I mean, the first card that we have here is the Hermit. And so really taking that time to maybe hermit yourself away. And I'm not saying you have to bypass anything or negate or neglect responsibilities and relationships, Aquarius, but you might just feel like you're needing some time for yourself with all of these downloads and all of these energies and probably all these opportunities that you feel are coming very soon, if not already, that you're wanting to just make sure that everything is aligned to get there accordingly. And it might even be that it's not showing up in the way that you want to. You can tell that all of this work with the energy that's coming through is going to take some time. So you just need to start tending to the crops or being dutiful in your work. Because of course, with the Seven of Pentacles, that can show patience, and that's not going to be happening right away. And even just knowing potentially what's about to come or where you're feeling called to grow, to have the proper time to allot and to plan out and know that it may take some time in the process. And I mean, with me seeing that tear, but not really seeing why, but you might also feel some type of way, or that there's a lot of pain or trauma that you're working through on your end, whether that's in your own life or in the life of your clients and your family, and that you're really holding a lot of space and it can be overwhelming, or that it's just draining and taking away time that you may be able to put towards your business or other projects or lovers or family. So be aware. And I think with everything that's about to happen and this huge shift that's going to be taking place during Gemini season, a lot of people are going to be hurting, or there's going to be a lot of transition that a lot don't know how to handle per se. So you might be feeling called to be doing all of this work on your own, but then there may be obligations or lovers or even past lovers come in that may be pulling on your heart or on your energy. So just kind of know that you may be feeling pulled in multiple different directions. You may be going through a lot of work in your heart chakra, in your heart space, or just letting go of certain relationships that are no longer serving you, or even just knowing that your cause and what you're feeling called to do weighs very heavily on your heart, and it's just something that you can't ignore any longer, and that is just taking up a lot of your time. That is just going to take a lot of work, and it may not happen overnight, but your pull to serve humanity or the collective in that way is just a very obviously spiritual calling. And keep your eyes out for Virgos, of course, with the Hermit representing Virgo energy, that they may also be a great resource to hold space for you, or if you're needing healing work done, that they may also be able to provide that space for you accordingly, okay? So let's see what else. I'm going to pull one clarity card for the Three of Swords just to get more insight on that, and then we'll go from there. One clarity card for the Three of Swords, please. This is interesting. So also there's this energy of like someone trying to stab you in the front, or like you may even know that there's someone in your life that's not trustworthy, or either it's like a friend, lover, colleague, even family member that is not necessarily even stabbing you in the back, but you know that they're toxic. You know that they're not on your side. So be careful. If you know that, then why are you still engaging in that energy? The next card that came through was the Two of Swords, which is a little bit ambiguous, but then we have the Ten of Wands. So if there is a relationship or a notion potentially that's causing you a lot of strife or a lot of hurt or a lot of heartbreak, this is now the chance for you to decide whether you want to keep holding on to that burden, Aquarius, or if you want to let that go. And this can also just be as well this kind of energy or download or mission that just is taking up a lot of your energy. And potentially you don't have to do it alone. If you have this big calling and this purpose and initiative or business or idea that you're wanting to create, you can do it all alone and carry all of this burden, all this responsibility, or you can ask for help and lighten the load so it doesn't have to be as tiresome or exhausting to you moving forward, okay? So just making that decision if this is a hard burden or a struggle with regards to a relationship, or just being open if there's someone that you feel like might literally just stab you in the front, maybe let that go. And if it's a huge cause that you just feel heavy-hearted about, to ask for help or asking for resources to make it easier to carry that load moving forward, okay? So yeah, that was a lot. Ooh. So let's see what else is coming through for Aquarius. What else is coming through for Aquarius right now? Good. Creativity, definitely. I'm just seeing this kind of like mermaid energy of just being able to just let go, let your hair down, flow. Yes, good. Yes, that is what I thought, Aquarius. So I just feel like you're stepping into even more power and more energy right now. First two cards, which is why I was smiling, we have the Strength with the Hierophant. So all of these energies, or kind of that download that I saw of you driving into a portal of seeing the future or knowing exactly what you're meant to do. And it will be taking a lot of time and work potentially. You don't have to do it alone, but it's meant to put you in a position of extreme power, confidence, knowing that you can do whatever you want, surrounding yourself with powerful people to help you. You're not meant to do this alone. And it's even egotistical to think that you're able to do so. You might be able to, but why not have that community, having that following to help you accomplish this with ease, Aquarius? And of course, the Hierophant representing Taurus, Strength representing Leo, also two fellow fixed signs as well. So that energy that you know, ooh, that one needs to come out. This energy of knowing that you're on the right path, or knowing that it's something that you are set and ready to continually pursue, is great with this dominant fixed energy. But then there's also, again, we have that Two of Swords with the Ten of Wands. And then we also have this Seven of Cups energy of deciding of what's advantageous, what we need to do. Of course, the Seven of Cups can also be that energy of head in the clouds, of even potentially seeing what's on the other side, or taking that time to get grounded and really connect in with your higher self to see what it is you need to do, and not getting lost in this collective noise and everything that's going to be going on during this eclipse season. So there might even be a temptation for you to just kind of, like I said, that mermaid energy of creative and just allowing for that expansion, but maybe not staying there too long, or just forgoing all responsibility because it's too hard or too exhausting, and just allowing yourself dream. Take the time to slow down, to relax, to really be creative, to expand your mind, to see what else is out there. But I just think you know that your mission is very great, or the work that you're being called to do is very prominent right now. And it's going to be a lot of work, or you feel like it's just going to take a lot of time. So allowing yourself to be in the right positions, to be around the right people that can hold space for you accordingly. And if you need that time to rest, play, enjoy it. We have Jupiter now in Pisces. It's a vibe to really integrate everything that we've been learning with Jupiter in Aquarius over the past few months. And now Jupiter in Pisces, we're going to see a lot of people potentially with their head in the clouds that you're meant to serve, to bring them back into reality, or even a lot of people in a brain fog or in the smoke screens that are currently going on in the world, and you having to show up and really hold space or spill the tea because you know that not everything is as it seems. So that also might just be an energy, especially with it being below this 3 of Swords and 10 of Wands and 2 of Swords. It's like everyone around you might have their head in the clouds, and you're just thinking to yourself, how are they not seeing this? I'm going to pick up the card that fell on the ground that I wanted to have with this final spread. Page of Swords. Yeah, so noting that there may be new correspondence, new ideas, new ways to deliver news, or new ways to talk to people around you that can maybe help them with seeing more clearly or seeing the truth. And even just for yourself, Aquarius, if there are new creative ways that you can engage in to release yourself from all the energy currently so that you can just play, think, speak, talk, singing is coming through. If that's something that you like to do, regardless if you think you're good or not at it, I think that using your voice in that way, knowing when to ask for help with that 10 of Wands energy, you don't need to be doing this on your own. You have the right people. It's clear that you're attracting a lot of power into your life, and that was kind of what I was feeling before. And just not getting overwhelmed by it all, because it might seem like that right now or during Gemini season, but you're just really meant to serve at such a higher capacity that this might just feel like a bit of a contraction phase before another huge expansion is on the way. So take the time to rest, take the time to play and be creative accordingly, and use your intuition on who you want on your side and who maybe is not meant to be with you as you move forward into more strength, power, and prominence. Okay? So that is a general reading for my beautiful Aquarian angels. If this reading really resonated, please be sure to tag a fellow Aquarius. And if you want to say thank you, tips and donations are always appreciated. That link can be found in my bio. If you want a greater scope of these energies, of course, you can watch the Tarotscope with your rising sign or your moon sign. And lastly, I'm going to be releasing more workshops on the eclipses, on Mercury retrograde, and I also now have up the Jupiter and Pisces workshop if you're very curious about what that means for the collective, or if you have Pisces placements in your chart as well. That is something to watch out for, as it's going to bring a lot of luck, abundance, and joy into your life over the next year and a half or so. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.